Assalamu alaikum students. Standard 5th. Subject English. Topic 9. The Trianti Vonti Gongolob. Students, we are going to start Unit 2, Topic 9. The Trianti Vonti Gongolob. So this poem is on page number 21 of your English textbook and continued on page number 22 of your English textbook. This poem was written by an Australian poet, C.J. Dennis. He was an Australian poet known for his humorous poems. Poet means a person who writes poems. The poet is in a very imaginative mood. He talks about an insect which he calls the Trianti Vonti Gongolob. Students, don't you think it is a funny name? Yes, so let us start with the first stanza. There's a very funny insect that you do not often spy. Spy means see. So, the poet says that this is a very funny insect that you do not often see. And it isn't quite a spider and it isn't quite a fly. So now he says that it is neither like a spider nor like a fly. It is something like a beetle and a little like a bee. Students, beetle means an insect often large and black with a hard case on its back and wings above. So this is beetle and this is bee. So students, the poet says that it is neither like a spider nor like a fly, but it is something like a beetle and a little like a bee. But nothing like a woolly grub that climbs upon a tree. So students, grub means the young form of an insect that looks like a small fat worm. So this is a grub. So the poet says that it is not like a woolly little fat worm that climbs upon a tree. Its name is quite a hard one, but you'll learn it soon, I hope. The poet says its name, the Trianti Vonti Gongolob, is quite hard to pronounce, but he hopes the reader will soon learn it. So try. So students, now repeat after the teacher. Try. Trianti Vonti. Trianti Vonti Gongolob. Second stanza. It lives on weeds and wattle gum and has a funny face. Wattle gum means gum obtained from a tree in form of reddish tears or lumps. So, this insect lives on weeds and the gums from certain trees, and it has a funny face. Its appetite is hearty and its manners a disgrace. So now your students, appetite means desire for food and hearty means large. So, its desire for food is large and its manners are quite disgraceful. When first you come upon it, it will give you quite a scare. But when you look for it again, you find it isn't there. So students, it gives one a quite scare when one first comes across it. But when you look for it again, you find it isn't there. And unless you call it softly, it will stay away and mope. Mope means spend your time doing nothing and feeling very sorry for yourself. So students, the poet says that you must call it softly or it will stay away feeling very sorry for itself. The poet once again asks us to try and pronounce this insect's name. So let us try. Students, repeat after the teacher. Try, Triantivonti, Triantivonti gongulop. Third stanza. It trembles if you tickle it or tread upon its toes. The poet tells us something more about this insect. That it trembles if you tickle it. Means it shakes if you tickle it. We also trembles when someone tickle us, right? So it trembles if you tickle it or step upon its toes. It is not an early riser, but it has a snobbish nose. Snobbish means short, fat and turned up at the end. So students, it is not an early riser, means it does not get up early. And it has a fat nose turned up at the end. So can you see the nose here? Yes, so it has a fat nose turned up at the end. If you sneer at it or scold it, it will scuttle off in shame. So sneer means an unpleasant look or smile. And scuttle means to run with quick, short steps. So now students, the poet says that if you give an unpleasant look or smile or you scold it, it will run away in shame with quick, short steps. But it purrs and purrs quite proudly if you call it by its name. So students, if we call it by its name, it purrs quite proudly and offer it some sandwiches of sealing wax and soap. So students, what does this insect eat? Sandwiches of sealing wax and soap. So try, says the poet again, to pronounce its name. So students, let us pronounce its name again. Try, Triantivonti, Triantivonti gongulop. So students, do you think this insect is real? Do insects eat sandwiches of sealing wax and soap? So let us look at the fourth stanza to know more about this insect. But of course you haven't seen it. And I truthfully confess that I haven't seen it either and I don't know its address. So now students, the poet finally gives out his secret truthfully. He says that the reader may not have seen this insect. Right? We have not seen this insect. Neither he has. Nor does he know where it lives. Means he does not know its address. For there isn't such an insect. Though there really might have been if the trees and grass were purple and the sky was bottle green. So students, now you have understood that there is no such type of an insect. But there might have been one, provided that the trees and grass were purple and the sky was bottle green. It's just a little joke of mine, which you'll forgive, I hope. So students, the poet says that it was just a joke. There is no such type of an insect. And then he asks the readers to forgive him. But at the end, he once again asks the readers to pronounce the name. So let us try. Try auntie, won't he? Try auntie, won't he, gongolo. So now it is easy to pronounce, right? Let us repeat again. Try auntie, won't he? Try auntie, won't he, gongolo. By C.J. Dennis. Hope you have enjoyed this poem.